All right, wanted to do a quick little video for DeBlaze. I brought him in from outside and we've already been working, so this might not be like the best video visually, but I just wanted to make sure I got something out for the weekend. The big thing with him, lots of confidence building. He's really unsure of his surroundings, especially when there's lots of new noises and things like that, which I'm sure you're already aware of. So I wanted to go about his training in a way that helps him feel more confident in the way of he knows what to expect. So I've been doing a lot of routine work, like step, 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 and then repeat so that he knows, oh, this is exactly what's gonna happen. As far as like teaching him things, like I want him to be comfortable with something before we move on to the next thing. For him, I want him to learn how to deal with a little bit of stress, have small wins, and then we can go back to something a little bit easier before going back, moving on to a new thing. I don't want to continuously keep progressing with more and more stress because I notice like that really shuts him down. So I use the routine work to fall back on after we do something new. So for instance, we've been working on place commands. These right here were a really big deal for him initially. He didn't want to put his feet on them, not uncommon, a lot of dogs are like that. So we started out with, he would touch it, mark and pay him, and then we go into a sit, which I know he already knows how to do. So then I made a big deal about that sit, yeah, you did so good, and then we went back to doing a little bit harder thing. Maybe he got all the way on it, moved right back off, marked and paid, went back into a sit, gave him a little bit of confidence, like, yeah, that was so great. Now he knows how to do these obstacles or these places. They're not a big deal to him anymore. He's willing to be on them and hang out. He even lays down on them now. The new thing I've been introducing is, it's not the shot, this guy, which is a little bit taller and it's kind of wobbly. And it's not really super big for him to comfortably put all of his body on. He kind of has to collect himself and balance. So it's a big deal for him. So now that he's comfortable with this, I'm getting him on this just for really small periods. Good job. Go back to the easier thing where it's much easier and he can have that little bit of a confidence boost. And I want to help him out getting just more comfortable and realizing that he can handle a little bit of stress, and the things that he thought they were impossible, he did them. Just kind of navigating him through that way. And then I'm hoping to use that once we're out of the training room. We've been doing a little bit of stuff out front, but he gets a little bit fixated on like the cars on Broad Street or the guys in the car shop making like sudden noises with the rivets and things like that. So I'm gonna hold off that kind of stuff until he's much more fluent with engaging with me in these types of things. Place. Hi. Place. Good. What is that? Hey. Good. Nope. Good. Boy. Nope. Place. Good. Okay. Place. Place. You got it. You can do it. Good. Like I said, we've already been working for about 10 minutes prior to making this video, so he's kind of like, I don't want this anymore. Good. I try to keep the lessons really short so I keep them entertained before it turns into work. Good boy. Okay. Now this one, like this is a little bit harder for him. I have to use a little bit more pressure to kind of say, hey, you can do it. Nice. Come on. And I'm not dragging him on. I just kind of want to give him a little bit of guidance. There's the flagpole making noises out there. Come on, nice. I'll give him some help with food. He's not really food motivated right now. Come on. Yes. Good job. Okay. Good boy. And then that makes this. Okay. Place. I know the flagpole. Come on. Good. Good boy. Place. Good. Seem much easier. Good boy. Okay. Another thing this week has been marker establishment. So marker is going to be, where do you want it? Up here. Sit. Okay, place. Sit. Good. Marker is a word that marks a moment in time that I either like or dislike something. And for him, that's going to announce the arrival of a reward or a consequence or pressure. So I need to create an association between those two events first. So I need to show him that doing a desired behavior brings on the delivery of a reinforcer by having those two be associated. So he has a couple different markers that all have different meanings as far as what I'm looking for him to do within each behavior. The big one right now is going to be yes, meaning I like what you did, come take something from me. It's going to be a terminal marker that is always followed with the presentation of food. He's really worried about this flagpole over there. It's very stressful. I recommend practicing that one a lot at home. Anytime you are going to be giving him food, whether it's his meals or you're going to give him a treat, anything like that, it's going to be yes, and then presentation of food. It doesn't have to do necessarily anything for that. I just want to really up that reflexive response to the marker. And then we have good and okay, which are going to be duration markers. So today's sit. Good is implying that I want him to continue to do that. Is for sit, he knows what sit means. So if he breaks sit, I'll tell him nope and apply pressure back into that sit. Good boy, good. If I'm going to reinforce him, I'm going to bring the reward to him. And then okay is going to be the terminal marker, meaning okay, that the behavior is over. He can do whatever he wants when he hears okay. Those are just going to be how I shape behaviors, how I teach new behaviors, so that he knows what I like or dislike in a language that he understands. So practicing that yes marker at home is going to be helpful, building engagement. That's a lot of what I use it for as well. When we're outside walking, I'm just going to randomly call his name, Blaze, yes, and then pay him for, I know you're so tired, pay him for giving me attention. If he gives me attention organically, like he just looks up at me without me prompting him, let's see if I can move around. Yes, yeah, good boy. Then I can pay him that way, which also builds engagement. And I would use, honestly, his meals for this. Like instead of just putting the bowl down, you can kind of carry a bowl around and randomly just feed him. Build up that engagement, show him that there's value in you. You have things to offer him that he needs. That can help the relationship as far as the really simple fundamental stuff. I'm sure I'm leaving something out. We've been doing a lot this week. He's doing really well. We'll work on the fixation of sounds. We're also kind of touching base with the crate. I don't know if it's just this one because it's a little bit smaller and closed off. He doesn't want to go into it, so we're working on some crate stuff. He's going in fine into the bigger kennels next door, so it could just be isolated to that crate. And I know that we're working on helping him with car stuff. I'm not quite there yet just because we're not going on field trips yet, so once we start doing more things outside, I'll start adding in car stuff so he can get more comfortable in the car. Right, bud? I know you're tired. He was, right before I started making this video, he took his leash and he left the room. He was like, I'm done with this, I don't want to do this anymore. He's having fun though. He really likes the play yards. Are you gonna leave? Bye. When he's not so tired and he's a little bit fresher, he's much more enthusiastic about taking rewards and engaging with me. Like I said, he's a little bit over it now. He's been playing all day and we already did our session. I forgot that I needed to make a video, otherwise I would have recorded our session. Right, bub? Please. He's done. All right, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. Hi. Good boy.